Hey guys, Chad here with Midlife Classic Cars. My current daily driver is a BMW E30. So what we're going to be doing today is telling you my favorite E30 books that we sell at Midlife Classic Cars. These are books I've used myself and they're the ones I love the most. This one here, the first one is my Bible, the BMW E30 3 Series Restoration Bible. It is the Bible. This book is like having the old guy that's done it his whole life in your ear. So much about finding gear ratios and how different setups. They also made this book for the BMW 2002, which I have, and I love it. I mean, this is my Bible. Before any book, when I have a question about the E30 or a direction I'm thinking about going with the E30, whether it be suspension or different differential or transmission, whatever, I start with this book. So this is hands down my number one book. My number two book is the Robert Bentley Shot Manual. I like the Haynes shot manual for the E30, but personally, I think this one's far superior. It's far more in depth of a shot manual than any of the Chiltons or Haynes or any of the other ones out there. And this is the one I use exclusively for my E30. And then this one here is the BMW 3 Series Performance Guide. This book is really good. A lot of color photos for the color edition, and I think it's getting print on demand, which means some of the editions might be coming out in black and white. You can check that out on our website. We'll have a little notification if the book is in black and white or if it's in color. But either way, this is another good one. I like to give this one to a lot of people as their first E30 book that they're thinking about customizing the car or doing performance upgrades because it's pretty simplistic. They don't delve into anything that an average person can't do themselves. I mean, there is some more technical stuff, but nothing that crazy. But it's a good book to get people interested in making changes on their E30. Let's see here. Now, this one is a similar book, but it's far more in depth. I like this one a lot. Like I said, this one will give in more into like porting your heads and different stuff like that. It just gets a little bit more in depth, but this is another great one if you're looking to modify your E30. If you're a little more technical, a little bit more of a reader, I would suggest this one. If you're more of a visual learner, I would suggest the previous book, this one here. This one's a little more for visual learners. And this one, it's got a lot of color photos, great book, but it definitely gets far more technical in this one. Okay, this is probably one of the better E30 history books out right now. Great in depth. From E30, it goes into the racing, it goes to the special editions. It's European and American model E30s, or I should say North America E30s. Great little history book. This makes a great gift for anybody that you want to buy an E30 book for Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, Mother's Day. This is a great one to start out with. All right, this is a little buyer's guide. I like this one personally. The first book I started out with, the Bible, is also kind of a buyer's guide, and that's the one I used to buy my E30. This book came out after I got my car. It's a good book. It's a little more geared towards the European E30s, so you can walk up to any car. It'll tell you where to find the VIN, find the information you're looking for on the car, and tell you where the problem points, where you should be looking, like the shock towers in different spots. It's a good book, and you should know this is a tiny book. It's only about that big. It's not a big book, but it's a good for if you're buying an E30 or if you're collecting every E30 book you need. All right, this book's been around for a while. It's 101 projects. It's pretty much all 3 series, which doesn't rank it up as high in my list for E30s because it's covering a bunch of cars. It does have some good performance projects similar to the other one. These are all projects that most people can do on their own. The one thing I do like about this book, it has ratings as far as how hard the project is. I've used this to do a few things on my car, but like I said, it's a mixture of 3 series. So it's not the top book that I have for the E30. This is another Enthusiast Companion. This is really good for the 3 series. And it just has breakdown of all the different, like a buyer's guide and all the numbers and stats and some technical stuff in it. And this is a newer book on the history of M cars. I'm just been enjoying reading it. It covers the E30 or M3 E30. It's not an E30 book, but there's some great color photos, great history. Graham Robinson writes a lot of books. They're very good. So those are my lists of the top E30 books you should get. like I said, there's some great ones in here. We're very fortunate as far as E30 guys that have so many books, because like if you go into the BMW 6 Series or 5 Series, it really dwindles down by the amount of titles that we have to offer that are out there that are just published. So we're really lucky with E30s to have so many books. Remember, a lot of these books you can find as on box sets on our website, so we have them combined together. So make sure you check that out. And don't forget, we always ship our books our books in a box like this. Our bigger one if you order a fair amount more, or if we ship priority to you, they go in a priority box to help protect the books. We'll throw a sticker in there for you. So please check us out, Midlife Classic Cars. If you would, I'd really appreciate if you like all of our social media and subscribe to our newsletter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next book review. Take care, guys.